start with the stream. Audio's not on yet.
It says go live now.
Yeah, it's going live now. And you're up.
Awesome. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Robert Eugene Young and
Onika Terrell on It Needs to Be Heard.
now that you've heard it,
Not heard.
what will you do? Hello everyone. Awesome. Hello everyone. We thank you for joining our show today. And our title today is on grief and health. A new thing has begun. Onika and I are truly excited about being able to continue to focus on grief or the grieving process in life. Many of us sometimes think that grieving is just from a loss of a loved one, but grief can also be stemmed to major disappointments in your life, from a loss of a job, from a major injury. Speaking of injuries, major surgeries, or breakup in a relationship. How to deal with that and how to move forward in that. And today's guest will be our very, very close friend, Miss Wavern White. And Miss Wavern White is a survivor in Jesus Christ and has become a catalyst for opportunity and change. With him, they have created Regaining Eating Ministries, which includes Project 144, an employment referring agency, and Project Central, a supportive network system for medical ministries within the United States. She currently resides in Wildwood, Georgia, as the Integration Director of Wildwood Lifestyle Center. Her mission in life is to prepare souls to be a part of the 144,000 through the ministry she has created with the Lord. Hello, Raven. Hello, Raven.
Hi.
How you
Hi,
doing?
how are you?
Doing great. As you can see, everyone, I am here by myself today. But Raven, and she's calling in, and Onika is calling in. You know, the ladies who have actually has helped me get to the point where I am in my grieving process. But as we continue to go through the show today, we will most definitely come back and ask questions and have the input that Raven would give to the show. But before we go to that, we would like to do our reflections from the previous show. In our previous show, we had Deja Desiree Williams, which is currently title is with Stuart Pittman, Transitions Team Staff Administrator in Maryland. Her focus is activism after elections and political awareness for the landscape for the next 2 to 3 years to keep citizens and the informed engaged. And she's basically saying that after we vote, our goals in life or our mission doesn't stop there. We must stay connected with the individuals that we vote into office, and also the individuals that also to hold them accountable to what they are to do. And we really was inspired by her, as she said, through her studies in college and her travels in the military, as her parents was in the military in other countries. She was inspired to go into political science at a very, very young age. I think she was maybe around 10 or 12. So that's to inspire not just teenagers, but also young kids to whatever you want to be in life, to pursue it, and to at some point consider political science and legislations, because everything that we do in life has some type of law connected to it, some type of regulation connected to it. So we was really excited about having her on this show. Onika, did you want to chime in anything about our previous show?
Yes, definitely. It was very informative. Things that I never knew took place in terms of how certain laws were written, who assists in that process, and how influential they are, and how important it is for us as a community to be a part of that process. It made me really consider strongly what choices I could have made, and others to just encourage others to consider certain opportunities within this process. You know, we are all citizens of this country, and our input, our contributions are so important, and we should have a voice. We should have a say. We should have a influence on these things, because laws and regulations affect us all, no matter what part of society or from the higher echelons of society unto the lower ones, we all are affected by laws and regulations, and how we get involved is very, very important. So that was so eye-opening for me and very, very enriching for me.
Awesome. That was really great. I was excited because I met her at Bowie State University at the movement through edolds.com. That's EDDOLDS.com. And I was just so excited because understanding the political scope here in America, the democracy sort of landscape or template, many of us just think that voting is all we need to do, but we really have to stay connected to those individuals who said that they would pursue these laws and have these initiatives, not just to help some people, but all people, because I believe that we're here in this country, not together, not separate, but we all know, we all have our opinions about what's going on in America, but ultimately, in order for us to succeed, we must all work together, no matter what the color of your skin, no matter what your background, no matter what your economical background is or your education. In order for us to succeed, we must all work together. We do thank you for joining us today when it needs to be heard with Mr. Robert Eugene Young.
And Onika Terrell,
Now that you've heard it,
what will you do?
so we just like to remind all of our viewers, you do have the opportunity to call in to the call-in number, and that's 240-455-5934. That's 240-455-4934. And also, you can also send your questions or inquiries and or suggestions for future shows to it needs, that's with the S, to be heard at gmail.com. Because we ultimately would like to be a platform for any worthy cause, no matter if you're an author, you have a nonprofit, you have an invention idea, or you have a topic that you feel that the media is really not giving more time to. That's why we are here. And also that we're also available for any type of galas or meetings or hosting shows or doing all these things to help to be a voice in our community. Right now we're going to move to our announcements. One quick announcement that I would like to start off with was from one of our previous guests here. This was Project MC and the Michael Cradle Collection. Project MC, his name was, he was one of the inspiration MC, rapper, and public speaker who was here with us. He has really good lyrics and beats, and he can be found on Instagram and Twitter at I Am Project MC. He can also be found on Facebook, YouTube, under Inspirational Rapper Project MC. His manager can be reached at 240-462-6133. That's 240-462-6133. Or by email, and that's TWNDCREDLE, and that's Cradle. So that's TWNDCradle@yahoo.com. And his parents has the Michael Cradle Collection, and they can be reached at the same information. And what's unique about their products is that nothing is replicated out of their products, and that also they also have a marriage counseling ministry for individuals that are dating, those are already married, and maybe have some questions towards what it takes to be married for a long period of time. And as I've always said, that the most important infrastructure on this planet is the family structure. The most important relationship is between the mother and the father and their children. And we must work really hard to keep that together in order for our society to succeed. And they have, what they normally do, they have these workshops per se, where they have married couples, individuals that were divorced, and they allow you to ask questions about what it takes to be married, some of the things that they've gone through. Because even though I haven't been married, but in a committed relationship, it takes work. And you must realize that though you have all the love and the time you spend together, you must realize that there is an external energy that's here to keep you apart, to make communication difficult, try to make you think that it's male against female, but it isn't. We, male and female, we are here to work together. What I can't do, she can do. What she can't do, I can do. And that's how we must continue to have that mindset. Another quick announcement I like to add, let me see, here we go. All right, As everybody knows, that part of this vision for It Needs to Be Heard, it was by way of Miss Carlina Springer through the Peacock House, which is a networking and commercial and meeting space for entrepreneurs to operate and sell their products from one day to several days to long-term basis. But it's not just limited to adults. It's also for children as well that have ideas or have products that they would like to sell as well. And if you have any questions about this, contact Chi Chi at 240-304-9481. That's 240-304-9481. Next is the announcements for Ms. Zaina Rice, who published on her first book and when she was a sophomore in high school. And the name of the book is called Her Note, Gracie Spencer, by paperback, and it can be found on lulu.com. That's LULU.com. The other thing is, Zaina Rice is my second cousin. So basically, I had a chance to see her, first meet her maybe 3 years ago, but I saw her again over the holidays down in South Carolina, and I told her that I will most definitely put her out there because by her being just in the 10th grade when she did this was 3 years ago, and she's currently pursuing her bachelor's degree, and she wants to get all her degrees, and the first in the family to do all four. But I wanted to give her a platform for her book, which once again is called Her Note, Gracie Spencer, which is on paperback and can be found on lulu.com. Let me see. Also, as one of our previous guests, we had DC Students Construction Trades Foundation, which is an accredited sponsor for skilled trades and education in Washington, D.C. for youth and adults. They can be contacted with Ms. Shelley Kareem. Her number is 202-399-4750, extension 120. That's 202-399-4750, extension 20. And the website is www.acadneusdc.org. And they're looking for sponsors for construction or positions as well, also for materials for this program. And what we also been doing for the last 3 weeks, we also are able to go live on YouTube, and we can be found at It Needs to Be Heard on YouTube Live. So It Needs to Be Heard, and you will see us come up there. Onika?
Yes, thank you so much, Robert. In addition, we have the Lion of Judah CSC congregation, and they are pastored by Pastor Dr. Marcus and co-pastor Lisa Neal. That's Pastor Marcus, Dr. Marcus, and co-pastor Lisa Neal. And their congregation and ministry is located at 6509 Old Branch Avenue in Temple Hills, Maryland. That's 6509 Old Branch Avenue in Temple Hills, Maryland. That's the Lion of Judah CSC congregation. They can be looked up at www.m as in Mary, D as in dog, N as in Nancy, ministries.com. That's www.mdnministries.com, or you can contact them by email at mdnministries@gmail.com. That's mdnministries@gmail.com. Now today they had a fulfillment masterclass, which began at 9:30 a.m. and at 10:30 they had their morning worship encounter. They also have other programs at 4 p.m. and this is every single Sunday. So don't miss out on the blessing at the Lion of Judah CSC congregation, pastored by Pastor Dr. Marcus and Lisa Neal. Also, there is a publishing company by the name of by Mrs. Jessica Ann Mitchell Ayuwar. She has a publishing company called Our Legacy Press. That's Our Legacy Press, and you can find her at ourlegacypress.com. And you can also contact her at that's JAMIWUYOR@gmail.com. And it's ourlegacypress.com. Ms. Ironmore is a publishing company that reviews books of all kinds. So if you are a aspiring author, writer, please contact her. She'd be more than happy to review your book and see where you can go from there. In addition, also, we have Ed Old, which my co-host is very familiar with, and they are hosting a free accelerated encounter lunch, which will be held on Saturday, December 15th at 9 a.m. Until 3 p.m. And they are located at 9811 Merrill Drive, Suite 115 in Laurel, Maryland, zip code 20708. That's the Ed O's. They're holding a free accelerated encounters lunch on Saturday, December 15th at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And finally, for those who would love to support It Needs to Be Heard, they can send their monetary expressions of affection to our GoFundMe at gofundme.com/It Needs to Be Heard, PayPal to It Needs to Be Heard at gmail.com, and Cash App with the $ It Needs to Be Heard. This endeavor, your expressions of love will mean so much greatly to us in our mission to allow people to hear usable information. Robert and I are seeing almost a completion of our first season, and we're so excited about that. It's going really fast. Wouldn't you say so, Robert?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this information that we use, it's not just what we speak on and just to hear ourselves and have these guests. I've been getting a lot of great feedback from those who have been listening, and they are getting information. Our current guest shared some information that I had at least 2 persons call me, and previous guest, Ms. Simone Watt, she spoke on. She also gave some information that others spoke on. So it's being heard, thank you God, and we are excited about that. So please feel free to share your expressions of love towards us as we go into our second season.
Yes, thank you so much, Anika. And before we go on with our interview with Raven, remember that you can call in at 240-455-5934. It is 240-455-5934. And or by email at itneedstobeheard with an S, itneedstobeheard at gmail.com. Let's go. We're so excited to have Raven here. Hi, Raven.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. I know we've been talking about this day for several months, and now that it's here, we want to thank you in advance for being such a, not just a great friend, but a great example in what you stand for, and also being a supporter of It Needs to Be Heard.
Amen, thank you.
Awesome. How's the weather down there? All right, so Anika has some questions for you to get us started.
I love questions. Questions are great. How are you doing, Raven?
You know, at this stage, it is definitely one day at a time. I don't know if you all know, ironically, Thanksgiving is one of those times where it's just, it really puts me into a one day at a time mode. I'm doing okay.
Awesome. So for those who do not know, Raven and I have been friends for many years now. We were friends in college. We met through our alma mater, and we remained friends throughout the years. And she introduced me to my fabulous co-host, Mr. Robert Eugene Young, and we also became friends. And unfortunately, our connection, although was not necessarily a pleasant one, per se, in how we met, it was, I believe, all divinely appointed. This encouragement, this friendship is real, it's genuine, it's true, and I am so grateful and thankful to God for it. And now, what became of it is this show, and I'm so excited for what God is going to do with it. And with Raven itself, you know, she is an awesome woman of God who has, pretty much has a mission that is exciting and to help others. What more can we commission what our Savior has done through helping others, and she is exactly fulfilling that. So, let me go ahead and answer questions. So, Miss Raven, thank you once again. As a medical missionary, you're welcome, my love. As a medical missionary, what has been the most exciting part of this journey as a medical missionary?
Well, honestly, be able to see just practically how God can utilize anything. The main thing with medical missionaries work is, of course, utilizing natural remedies, help really, to be able to reach souls for Christ. So to see how just like right now in working with some guests, to be able to help them, encourage them, and when they're dealing with stage 4 cancer, you know, or encourage them when they're dealing with grief themselves. Many of our medical people come with also emotional issues. I think none of us are exempt from having some kind of grief, depression, sadness, anger, whichever it may be, and they respond physically upon us. So being a part of this work has been really fulfilling, and just be able to see someone have hope. I've been at a place where things just seem hopeless, and when life just doesn't seem worth living. And no matter how logical you want to make things sound, how spiritual to make things sound, of feeling empty with no purpose and lost, and seeing someone wake up out of that is a great thing. It's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. I will say it had its moments when sometimes you see people who, I think life has taken them so much that they just don't even want to have hope anymore. That's the hard thing. But it does give you an opportunity to learn how to pray more, you know, how to swallow your pride and humble yourself and realize you're not the Savior. So it's been a learning experience, truly, that I'm not God. It's just one of His hands and feet as He's trying to help me toward the kingdom as well. So it's been a great experience. That's pretty much my thing with being a medical missionary.
Awesome, thank you. So, who has influenced or shaped the way you've approached your medical missionary or your mission in general?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, if anything, I would say at this point, my spiritual mom, Mrs. Puffer, she to me is a person who has really gone through a rough. Her background is, to me, worse than mine. But for her to stand strong in the belief of the Lord, and the sicknesses that she's gone through, the sicknesses that her husband or her children have gone through, has made her a powerful researcher. And so she doesn't give up. Her mindset is she understands the gospel, so she's not going to let life or any kind of ailment stop her from reaching souls. It is amazing. And she really does help me understand the bigger picture of what Christianity really is, and how to utilize the health message to do it. So she started businesses, she started ministry, she will come to your home and do things individually. It's almost like she won't stop. And she's taken a lot of beatings physically, she's taken a lot of betrayal from people, even Christians. And in her world, it's like, it's supposed to happen. You know, I mean, sin is sin. But God is still faithful, so we don't give up on work when God is in need of us, you know, to help Him reach others for Christ. So she's kind of shaped what it is to really be a medical missionary who understands the bigger picture, and not be tunnel vision on what happened in our day-to-day life, but sit back and go to the Lord with our own personal problems, our own fears and agonies, and still try to persevere through with the will of His heart, and that is reaching souls. So it would be her.
Awesome. Shout out to Ms. Puffer. Thank you so much for what you've done in her life. Hope she's here to
Yes, Deborah Puffer.
Awesome. So, where do you see your work with medical missionary in the next, say, 5 years?
By God's grace, right now I'm just finishing up a video that one of my editors is doing for me to try to recruit more medical missionaries. I really do want to be that employment agency to make the connection, to have opportunities for medical missionaries to really be able to work in our American society, like nationwide. That and also unite us as medical missionaries. You know, I feel like a lot of times in this Christian walk in its last days, we're doing so much stuff solo and Satan trying to divide us so much that we have to be intentional about being a community, a family, a team. And I want to be that. I want to be that intentional person saying, let's do this thing, you know. And I think another part of me also feels that I don't want anyone else to stand alone. Because at times it can be very lonely. Not everyone has your business, you know. So in being a leader, which I never thought I was, by God's grace, in the next 5 years, I really would have hoped that I would have created an industry, I don't know, just something bigger than what it is now, that could have medical missionaries feel like there's a safe haven, you know, to continue this work, even though there's going to be many days it's going to be really hard. But they have a safe haven with Project 144. They have a safe haven with, you know, Project Central, a networking system where we're working together. I pray to be there. Anything else is, I mean, that's my way of reaching souls. I think there are people who are Bible workers who are knocking on doors and, you know, call porters. That is so not who I am. I'm not the one. But I am the one who wants to create resources and create opportunities, you know, that be that catalyst, opportunity, and change for those who want to make a difference in others' lives. I want to help them with that. I want to make it easier for them to do that. Until the Lord, you know, finish filling us all and preparing for His coming. So I pray that that's what it'll be. I pray that I don't get knocked off my high horse. And believe that God can do all things through me. So that's where I pray to be in 5 years, if it's not sooner.
Awesome, wonderful, thanks for that. What advice would you give to those who are struggling to change into a healthier lifestyle? Because what you're doing is creating that change through a healthier lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So what advice would you give to anyone who's struggling with that? Like they don't not quite sure how to trust that process, you know. For example, we have, of course, wonderful doctors. I know a lot of doctors and medical professionals who are genuine with wanting to help and heal people. Well, what do you say to someone who's struggling, you know, with that type of, you know, serious illness or something that they are trying to give up? When you're one medical team is telling you one thing, and you're, you know, pretty much struggling on healthy or a different alternative to what they're going through.
Well, one of the biggest things I've even done with myself, I even had natural people tell me, like, you know, the diverticulitis that I have is incurable, you know, the fibroids you have, they'll never go away, you need to have surgery, take off your uterus, you know, and I think the biggest thing is to, if they're Christians, you know, it's easier. If they're not, then really you're just motivating them on really just physiology. Both to me are highlighting Christ personally. The human body is built to heal, you know. On a spiritual level, the reality is there's nothing that anyone can say that will be impossible for God. If you're supposed to die, you're going to die no matter what it is you do. If you're not supposed to, you're not. And I would tell a person, you need to think about what life is to be able to live. And then when you get a decision that you want to live, then it's time to fight. And a lot of it is not fighting against anything external. It's really fighting against self. One of the things that I find is that I have a desire for self-destruction, but we all do. So it's not something you take yourself and beat yourself up over. You know, Romans 8, verse 6 and 7 says, the carnal mind has enmity, that's hatred towards God, is not subject to His law, even you can be. So It's the nature within us. You know, 2 Corinthians 1:9 say that, you know, the sentence of death is within ourselves. We can't trust ourselves. When you start getting to the mindset that I can't trust myself, I'm not always going to make all the right decisions, feeling-wise, I have to stop and say, what am I doing wrong? You know, if I have cancer, if I have diabetes, what have I done wrong? How does the human body work? I'm choosing to fight back. So a lot of it is also becoming knowledgeable. The doctor shouldn't be the one who should know everything about your body. You should know your body. I believe in empowerment. So learn about yourself. People don't sleep these days. Just from sleeping alone, you can actually heal yourself from cancer. You can heal yourself from diabetes and hypertension and depression, you know, weight loss. But a lot of times we don't sleep. So we don't even understand what we're doing to the human body when we're not even sleeping on time. And on time would be between the hours of 9 and 10 and getting that melatonin to kick in, and the body actually heals the DNA that turns into cancer cells. We all have cancer cells. It's just the body that's able to control it. When it gets out of control, then we start giving it things like getting it fresh fruits and vegetables, going out, taking walks, deep breathing, and learning how to breathe from your abdomen and not your chest, because that damages your lungs. Learning about who you are. Learning about how your body is supposed to function. 80% of our brain is water. 75 or more is our body is water, but no one drinks water these days. We drink soda and juices. You know, it's one of the things I would tell someone, go back to the basics. Foundational, how you were created, if you really want to fight any disease. And God will be behind you. He will be in front of you and all around you, fighting for you, with you, to heal you, if it is His will. And I am also one who likes to be honest with people. A lot of times diseases are not just because you've been bad, you know, you've done wrong. Sometimes it's like the Bible says, to His glory. You know, sometimes He's broken a spiritual law. Sometimes He's broken a natural law. You know, if anything, I would always want to encourage someone to not give up. Just because a man who didn't create you tells you to give up. That's not the option. You didn't even create yourself. But the key is, it is imperative that you learn how the human body works. Fight back. Have a purpose for living, because it becomes very hard to fight and want to do good for yourself if you don't have a purpose. And we all do. We all were created, and there's no person I like, not even twins, you know? But I usually like to also, when I'm encouraging people, to find out really why they're sick, how they get there, because no one likes a cookie-cutter answer either. You know what I mean? People like to know that you brought it to their life and who they are. And that's very hard sometimes, because many of us aren't patient enough to do that with people, but we need to. If you really genuinely want to help someone, you can find out where they've been for the past 5 years and see, because the human body will be resilient, but eventually it breaks, you know? And so probably it's not what you just did in a year that caused you to be where you are. It's probably something from childhood. And you choose to take the journey with them, or you leave them in a place where someone can take the journey with them to assess to where they need to. And find out where they've been for the past 5 years. And see, because the human body... Say that again?
Continue.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, one of the things I would do is first talk to the person, you know, trying to give them a buy-in to fight. And then from there on, making it more detailed for their lives. But the overall picture is really just getting back to the basics of the body needs. Because it will do its part to fight back with you if you do your part to fight and do what's best for it, you know. That's a long-winded answer, but that's the answer.
Not a problem, not a problem. Can you give us a little understanding, you know, what you experienced when you went through your diverticulitis, when they told you that your problems were not heal? What was your mindset back then?
Well, like you all know, I think I said before, I wasn't a Christian growing up. So for me, for anyone to tell me that something's impossible for God to do made no sense to me. So I was one who was going to prove anyone wrong. So I don't know if y'all know what diverticulitis is, but it's just sacs that are blown out. It's pretty much your muscles or skin from your intestines kind of pushed out like little holes that are now created in your intestines. If food is not broken down properly enough, cheese or whatever they get into these sacs that is going through your colon, they can actually sit there and start to rot. And if they're not flushed out, whether you drink the charcoal water, lemon water, just flush the water, getting it out, a high fiber diet, try to get it out. It actually can burn through your skin and your feces can start to infiltrate into the body. And I say a lot of Americans have it because we get constipated. I mean, I was a child that was raised on shrimp, crab legs, pork, and everything else, and rarely ate fruits and vegetables ever, unless it was canned or something with sugar. So, yeah, I had a lot of days of straining back in my day, and that can cause constipation and all the straining to try to push your stool out can cause these diverticulums in the intestines. So, what I did was, my mindset was, if I'm going to believe in God, He's going to heal me. You know, I didn't, at the time, didn't even have the Daniel Friends kind of answer, like, if He chooses not to heal me, doesn't care nothing about you anyway. I actually didn't have that answer. It was like, no, He's going to heal me, because I couldn't see the point of what was that going to do. So, what I did was I did a lot of high full treatment, and I ate a high fiber diet, and I exercised. And that really is all I did, focus on the diverticulum. But when I found out later on that I had fibroids, I really went all out. Because at this time, natural people even more like, oh, you need to get these toys, you need to have these surgeries. And I've never had surgery a day in my life, so I was like, I'm not trying to do that. But if it's a tumor, and it's not a malignant tumor, it's a benign tumor, then I don't know why it can't shrink, you know? So my thing is, well, what we find out? And so I kept doing those patent code treatments I was already doing anyway. And I stopped eating anything with soy. I stopped eating, or I even took out things that, like shampoos and anything you put on your skin. 60% of whatever you put on your skin goes into your bloodstream. So I really watch what I put on my body that can actually increase phytoestrogen. Within a year, just eating right, doing right, exercising, I started taking this tea, chaseberry, dry berries, chaseberry tea and molasses. I started taking that too because that helps balance out the hormones in the body. That's another danger when you're, especially when you have your young kids, especially young women, eating animal products, it can increase their estrogen. I started having my menstrual at 9 years old. So for me, I was already, my hormones were out of whack. But my fibroids actually evened out my menstruals. When I was having agonizing pain, my fibroids actually evened it out. Don't give me lying, I don't know why, how. But I know when I started taking that chaseberry tea molasses, I became regular, on time, no pain. Within a year of just finding out I have fibroids and a year of me getting retested again, they not only said I didn't have fibroids, which they didn't believe I had it in the first place, because it was a different doctor that had to check it, they also let me know I didn't have any diverticulitis either, or diverticulum.
Awesome.
And they said it must have been something else. And I tried to let people know, like, well, in the end, it wasn't my machine that told me I had diverticulitis, or even that I had fibroids, and it's not my machine that tells me I don't. So I believe that because God has healed me and touched me completely without doing anything, without doing any natural remedy, I believe so. He could if He wanted to. So maybe He wanted me to go this route because that was the mindset I had that I was going to show Him the natural remedy that was going to work. So my fibroids ended up coming back after my dad died, and it came back now with cysts. And so I haven't been as diligent as back then. Because now I'm finding out they've come back, and I'm learning a lot about grief and what stress and grief will do to your body. But yeah, so they're actually smaller, so they went away, and now they've come back a little bit, and they're actually smaller than what they first were when they first found out. So I know what the body can do, and I know how things can be healed. But nothing's impossible unless the Lord says, I need you to do this for my glory. Other than that, you can't really tell me that a God who can raise the dead or a human being come out of another human being is possible, and my healing for my fibroids and my diverticulum is impossible. I don't know how to think about that. So, I try not to be arrogant about things. I try to be actually very confident that I think God has more power than we give it credit for. I don't always follow it. I wish I could say I was always done hold up. I'm going to go to my Jesus first. Sometimes I have to catch myself trying not to rely on the natural remedies instead of relying on my God who's working through the natural remedies. You know what I mean? I have to catch myself sometimes. But yeah, because I get a little cocky and I go eat some toast and it's like, hey, no, that's not going to help you. And it's like, oh, I have to go do snacks. So I do my case very easy. Like, whoa, I think we need to focus. So I myself need to have to catch myself and realize how people can doubt God. It's easy when you can doubt God when you focus more on, I guess, the hand or let's say the natural remedies, and you forget who puts power to the natural remedies. So.
Raven, this is Robert. I'm so glad that you touched on the fibroids, and that's really major. And I think it's if you could just give us a simple, like on the simplest terms of what fibroids are and what causes it, because that I've been hearing that so much amongst women in our community. Could you just touch on that again, and also on how it can be addressed?
Well, they are non-cancerous growths in the uterus. Like the tumors, you can have tumors all over, and the benign ones are really just like toxic cells. It's muscles, they really dig into the muscles, and they can actually pull blood from the body just to grow. And they can continue to grow until they can almost make you look like they're pregnant. They can push on all aspects of your body and cause horrendous pain to you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're having it based around your more pelvic area, it can actually cause heavier bleeding, or maybe even push you to have more urination or various things like that. It can even cause lower back pain. But it's usually too much estrogen growing these tumors, and not even enough progesterone. There's areas of times in your menstrual cycle where the estrogen is high and the progesterone goes low. And then when the estrogen is supposed to go low, the progesterone is supposed to go high. It's supposed to be a balance, like LDL and HDL. If your HDL is high, your LDL is low. But if your LDL is high, it is like a good and bad cholesterol. They're both good. People say that, but actually they're both good. It's just that they both need to work together. So it's the same thing with progesterone and estrogen in the body. Progesterone needs to be there. My body type, actually, my issue is that my progesterone is low. My progesterone actually doesn't come up, which only makes it even harder for the body not to grow tumors faster. So for women who have this problem, one of the things that they can see if they're allergic to it, because I've had people say, are you allergic to the chasteberry seeds? And I'm still having grasp why someone would be allergic to it. But I guess it's good to find out. But I'm the one who always tell people, and I usually would give them a regimen. I have a particular regimen, and you drink this tea 3 times a day, 3 tablespoons a day. And you'll find if you have horrendous cramps and pain and mood swings and all these other things, if you even drink this within a month or so, you'll find your pain goes down. You'll find that your periods become regular. Everything will change. People don't really like the taste. I say get over it. Because my whole world has changed. I'm 42 right now, and I've been going through this since I was 9. Wow. My legs would go out on me at times, and I would vomit like horrendously, and I would have such agony and pain. And that's without fibroids. And by the time the fibroids came, my whole world was supposed to go worse. But with these chasteberry tea molasses, it actually shrunk the fibroids. Plus, I was also staying away from anything that would have grown it, feeding more of the estrogen within my body, like phytoestrogen or any kind of preparabandins, anything you got ants in your shampoos or lotions or whatever it may be, you see any of those things, just get it out your life. Because it can actually create false estrogen that actually make them grow exponentially. But I just started doing a whole natural diet, more raw food, as well as, just healthier fibrous food. No animal products. You do animal products, you know how to throw it out the door at that point. Because it will feed it like none other. So no animal products whatsoever. I did the chaseberry tea and molasses, did that every day. And I've been starting recently as well as not only just doing the hot and cold, I actually put my body in hot water, put my body in cold water. It's a hydro treatment to bring blood to the source. Because anytime you bring in blood and you're actually constricting the blood vessels with cold and opening up the blood vessels and bringing in white blood cells for healing with heat, that actually helps also decrease the tumors as well. Put castor oil packs right there in that area where the tumors may be, as well as on your liver, because liver also helps balance out the hormones in your body, the estrogen for sure. But usually one of the things that I find is that people who are heavy meat eaters or people who are highly stressed, women are able to develop these tumors because it will increase the estrogen, and you should not have any more than what you need of anything in the human body, and estrogen is one of them when it comes to fibroids.
Our show today is called Grief and Health, A New Thing Has Begun. And as Raven was expounding on just that particular area, is sometimes your health can also be affected by your grief. And we wanted to also, and Raven, you're just phenomenal. We just thank the Creator for all that you're doing. We want you to grow as the Creator sees for you to grow. And Anika and I are very excited because we still wanted to also touch on health and also grief. And you did touch on how stress and grieving the loss of your father, and with Onika, the loss of her husband, with me, the loss of my significant other to cancer. We wanted to also just talk about grief and the things that, some of the things you've experienced, and also how you see grief differently now that time has passed, or your new understandings, or how to address grief in not just your life, but in anyone's life.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you by the time you were in talking. What's the question one more time?
Basically, in a nutshell, the show is about health, which includes grief, and we wanted to also touch on that too today, as far as some of the things that you did to when you lost your dad a few years ago, and how it connects with your health, and some of the things that you've learned now that some time has passed.
Well, one of the things that I've learned that is to let people know what's going on. The same thing, like just recently, I went out to California and I was trying to deal just with some other issues that's going on in my life, and I started to become seclusive, and stay away. And it was almost like timing. I didn't even think about it. Didn't even have it on my mind, but I think subconsciously, my mind already knows Thanksgiving is next week. Your dad died 2 days before Thanksgiving. And, when April come along, it's his birthday. There's certain things that just keep kicking in, and it pains me emotionally. One of the things I've learned is good to tell people what's going on. That it'll allow you to be isolated, Be open and honest, like really verbally be open and honest. I've actually started just having counseling, just like I need somebody to be able to talk to, because for myself, I've learned that what other people are grieving over is not what I'm grieving over. Grief is different for everyone because everyone has a different reason why they're grieving. And I had to be honest with myself. No one has to understand. That was hard for me, and I had to come to grips with that. Not everyone has to understand what I'm going through. I need to understand what I'm going through. And I need to understand what it means to me, and I need to work on that. I need to tackle that, or this is going to really be a prolonged thing longer than probably it's supposed to be, I also realized in the process how my grief I've allowed to be a crutch. Because at times I've learned that my lack of discipline at times, sometimes I use my grief for that. You know, people won't argue with you when you are failing at certain projects and you're messing up at certain things. And it's really that I've just chosen to sometimes not be as disciplined as I could be, not push myself as much as I know I can to do the right thing. Sometimes I've actually utilized my father's passing at times to get away with just being held accountable to what I can do. That was something I just realized recently, actually, in the past few years. As well as sometimes I find that I just like depression.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a moment when I get very comfortable being down, and I don't want to do anything. I just want to be isolated. Because a lot of me has changed. I'm not a very social person like I used to be. I'm very go to work, go home. I don't hang out, I don't communicate. And so I find that I know what's right, but I tend to kind of stay in it. I've gotten very comfortable with it. And so that's something else that I've had to learn to stop and say, you can't get comfortable with it if you talk to someone. Because on your own, you're too comfortable that you're not willing to get out of it. So you have to at least be bold enough to tell someone, I need help to get out of this, because I'm not trying to. And so I've done that. I've spoken out and said, hey, y'all gotta work with me with this, because I'm staying in my house too much, or staying at work too long, and I'm not really getting out of the kind of life. Which is AKA one of the reasons why I went out to California, like I gotta get out. I need to become a little bit more social again. I need to really start thinking and dealing and planning ahead for the future. Because honestly, it's interesting, she asked me about the 5-year plan. Literally, after my dad passed, I stopped having the ability to think ahead. It's hard. It's hard for me to see the future. I don't know how to do that. I think his death, and then add to my aunt dying right after that, and people passing out, my uncle dying right at Christmas time, it just got to the point where the future just seems too myopic. It just seems unattainable. So it's like, well, let me live right now. And so that's kind of where I've been the past 4 years, like just right now. So, yeah, I would like to be where I plan to be, but I really can't see it, honestly. And I don't even know how to get there other than constantly like going back to these. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Which I have to say that that's probably been my best help. Is just telling God, like, honestly, like, I don't care, I need you to help me care. Like, I really know what right to do that I don't want to do it, I need you to help me do it. And I need you to send some people around to help me do it, because on my own, you know what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do nothing. So this is about as much as I can do right now. This is how I say, please, you got to do something. Because this is, I think I allowed it to facilitate me a little bit longer than I thought. And I don't think I gave it credit for what it actually has done.
It's amazing.
But I realized that helping other people has been good. I just wish I had somebody tell me what I'm telling other people back then, because now I feel like I'm in a habit. And so that's the process I'm in right now, and getting counseling and working through that right now, actually.
Yes, a lot of things that you said was exactly what I've gone through. I'm quite sure that Onika can chime in as far as you feeling ambitious and just wanting to get up and do things, or purposely being sociable now that you've become antisocial. But with that being said, Onika, because I know that, grief was something that we really wanted to focus on this season. Would you like to comment on some of the things that Raven said?
Sure, yes, definitely. What you mentioned concerning you're in that moment, you don't feel motivated, you're not pushing yourself as you would normally do. And I can definitely relate to that, as in, all of us on this planet has experienced death in some shape or form. Whether it be parental, it would be significant other, spousal, it could be a extended family member. What hurts. when it comes to, death and grief. And one of the things I recognized is I did not, for, say about, just being transparent, for about 3 months, I was in a very, very deep depression. Didn't want to go anywhere. I just functioned. I went to work. I came back home, sat in front of the computer until I fell asleep, got up, laid down on the couch. I didn't want to sit on my desk. Things of that nature. And I slowly was just not connecting with the world. And it's easy to happen to you because you have someone in your life that's no longer there. You can't call them, you can't touch them, you can't do anything with them. That's it. And so, there comes a point where you kind of figure out that you cannot continue in this stage of life. I can only say as a believer, I know that those who cared were praying for me, and somehow through that dark cloud of depression, God spoke, and He lifted me up and convinced me to push forward, because there is a forward. And hence the reason for this, the name of this program, the title of this program, A New Thing Has Begun. It may not have felt good, it may not have been good for us, it really tore us at our core, but it's a new thing now. How do we cope? What are some things that we need to do to strengthen ourselves? And our former guest was Simona Watt, spoke on how she grieved. She was given the opportunity during the process of her child's illness. She mourned through the illness, and when it was time for her to let go and allow God to do what He wants to do with this process, that's when her healing, kind of began. And it's not an end process per se. It's more so how you cope, how do you perform and function in this new thing. And that's why we are here to uplift one another. We don't go through things alone. No man is an island. We all must share. Just like how it needs to be heard, this program, we all share, it needs to be heard for all of us to share and encourage and uplift and to push us along this journey called life. And it is not by happenstance or circumstance, but all God's divine appointment for all of us to connect in such a way. And I'm grateful for that. And one of the things that people need to know when it comes to what Ranger mentioned is to reach out to others, And when you do, as mentioned by our previous guest, sometimes words may not be the exact thing you need that the person is giving. Some type of kind act is always appreciated for those who are going through some type of grief. And so we have to keep in mind, yes, especially for believers, if you are, encouraging words, that's great, but kind words kind acts go a very long way.
Yes. So having said that, Raven, before, I know we're winding down to the conclusion of this very highly anticipated show. You mentioned the Wildwood Life Center. Could you expound on that and how, if someone was interested, how would they be able to contact the Wildwood Life Center?
Wildwood Lifestyle Center, they could actually go to wildwoodhealth.com. They can actually call us at 1-800, or you know what, better, 706-820-1493. 706-820-1493. Or definitely check us out at wildwoodhealth.com. And we're on Facebook too.
Okay.
At Broward Health.
Awesome.
Broward Lifestyle Center.
Awesome.
Awesome. So, having said that, Onika, as we wrap down, do you have a proverb you'd like to share with us today?
I sure do. I definitely do. So as I will go ahead and say, of course, it's Dining Creole, then study English. All right. Ready for it?
Yes.
Okay. Slow fire, I'll buy a hard cow deal. Slow fire, I'll buy a hard cow heel. Since the slow fire spoils hard cow heel. If you persevere, you can make great accomplishment. A new thing has begun. Your health may have changed. Your life has been changed by the loss of a loved one or loss of a job or some type of form of grief. If you persevere, you can definitely make great accomplishments in life.
Awesome. That's great. I really look forward to your Proverbs, and we will talk more about it after the show because I didn't understand a word you were saying. Raven.
Yeah.
But we all must persevere, and Raven has surely persevered through all that she's gone through. And I know this is not the last time that we're going to have her on the show because, like Anika said at the beginning, she is the reason why Anika and I have met, and also she's we still can point back to her as also through the grieving process that has been the catalyst of this show. So Raven, we thank you for continue just to be you, and as you continue to be you, you are inspiring other people's lives, and we thank you for inspiring us.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and before we
You
go
have-
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Anika.
Go ahead, sorry.
As you can see, Anika is not here, so our communication is sort of delayed. But Anika, what were you going to say?
I was gonna wrap it up, my friend.
Oh, okay. Before we wrap it up, there was one quick thing while Raven was speaking about some of the when you become secluding yourself, being antisocial. That grief can also be a diagnosis to why some people are in the state that they're in. The initial thing we think of is that they're being rude or something like that, but we really don't know what a person is going through emotionally and mentally. And even with myself, I find myself two quick things. I find myself just not wanting to hang around, and usually I'm social, even though I'm an introvert, but I know that I have to be an extrovert. I find myself just wanting to end things quicker, or situations or conversations. And also one of the things that I experienced after Sean passed, that I was thinking, wow, she was a great person, very positive. Then I was like, wow, I'm a great person, very positive. Am I next? I had thoughts of, am I gonna die very soon? So you just never know. Like Raven said earlier, how each one of us grieve. What are the things that we thinking of? How are we thinking? How are we grieving? What do each one of us think about this loss or this disappointment called grief? So Raven, I really, really, really thank you. And Onika is going to wrap us up for today.
Okay. Once again, we want to thank Ms. Raven White for joining us. It's always a pleasure, Raven, and hopefully one day you will definitely come into the studio and we will definitely continue our profound conversation. So, once again, my name is Onika Terrell.
And my name is Mr. Robert Eugene Young.
And because it needs to be heard,
Now that you've heard it,
what will you do?
thank
Have a
you.
wonderful week, everyone.
Thank you.
Right, I cut the audio, and I'm just gonna let your logo sit up for a second.
Okay.
And it's done. So I can end this as well. I'll say goodbye to your YouTubers.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. And
Bye.
Bye.